So the supreme banana is a hot topic of conversation at the moment. She's put out a video, I'm sure most of you know, about cheating on your vegan diet and whether or not that's okay. And in some ways I agree with her, you know, I get where she's coming from. She says in her video that she was in Little Italy and she was in a cafe and there was all these macaroons and they looked beautiful and, you know, there was probably amazing different flavors and she just really wanted to try one and she wanted to live her life and she didn't want her diet to, I guess, to affect her enjoyment of life. You know, she didn't want to feel like her diet or her feelings towards food were restricting her in any way. And as somebody who's also come from an eating disorder past and, you know, who's really suffered with, like, my life was really dictated by bulimia for a long time. And you can actually have this, like, almost fear that, like, sometimes you question, like, okay, but my fear that I had of food before, is that still a fear? Is that fear now just been translated into veganism? You know, did I once have a problem with food because I was bulimic, but now I have a problem with food because I'm vegan? And they're two very different things, you know. I was restricting myself in the past, as in I wouldn't allow myself to eat, you know, and I feel sorry for her, you know. I feel sorry for her because the really sad thing is she's probably been eating this way for quite a while and she has in her head that she's recovered, but I don't think if she's going to place that much importance on a cookie and she thinks that eating that cookie in Little Italy is some sort of way of saying I'm enjoying life, I'm loving life, then she hasn't really recovered at all. She's still placing way too much of an importance on food, because I just think that I know that I'm having like I still think, okay, there are days that I have like disordered, how would I say, like negative thoughts where food is concerned. You know, like my eating can get a little bit you know, I have to be careful. Like, and the only way that I find I stay on track is if I keep up my exercise and I keep carb the fucked up. And also information. You know, you can never have too much information. And I think that's where she's lacking a little bit. Like cookie's not even food, you know, like that's not enjoying life. My husband and I, we went to Paris last year for our honeymoon, and at the time, like, we had such an amazing time together. You know, we just really fucking fell hard, like, you know, when you like love someone so much and then you spend more time with I don't know, you just like, we were just crazy about each other. Like, I've never anyway, to be honest though, both of us feel that, like, we look back at the pictures of Paris now together, and it's just recently we kind of feel this way, and we think about our time in Paris and it's kind of been tainted, you know. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it just is. Like, I can't help it. I thought that part of enjoying Paris and part of enjoying France would be eating certain foods that I wouldn't get anywhere else, you know, like eating the macaroons, eating steak tartare, you know, eating cheese, eating foie gras, all these things. I didn't know what was fucking happening behind the scenes, like, and I was, even if I had been told, I was too undercarbed to really care, and that's the truth. And I feel like she's just, it's not that she's probably undercarbed. I think that's what's wrong with her, really. I hate to put that, like, as in, I hate saying that sometimes, like, that, oh, they're undercarbed, because I say that about everyone, but that's because a lot of people are fucking undercarbed. I don't know. I get where she's coming from though, like, I don't think she's making the point, like, you make a mistake, because, yeah, people make mistakes. They eat something that turned out to have, I don't know, some sort of, like, little bit of egg whites in it, or something ridiculous like that, or, like, I mean, I find here when I'm buying things for Dan, because a lot of the ingredients are in Portuguese, and sometimes it'll say like, I don't know, it'll say something that like I didn't read it as being completely vegan, and that's annoying. That pisses me off when that happens. But like, I don't think she's not referring to that. She's referring to like me going into a restaurant and ordering a pastel de natas, which is like, you know, this like little eggy custard tart over here. I mean, like, oh well, I'm in Portugal, you know, I might as well just like enjoy the Portuguese culture. And frankly, sitting in a cafe eating tart de natas, I don't think is Portuguese culture. If you really want to enjoy the culture, then get outside, go to the beach, walk around the cliffs, like, you know, get inland and like, you know, just see the land. Like, that's Portuguese culture. Speak to some Portuguese people. Like, she's placing too much importance on food. Way too much importance on food. At the end of the day, I love my food. I think it's delicious, but my food is my fuel to live my life, and it's not the end all and be all. At least I don't really feel like that it is. But yeah, that's just my take on it. Not that anyone gives a fuck, but that's it. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.